My children is dead. I'm done. I'm done with life. And it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done. I'm done.
That's 31-year-old Janae Pedesclo. She went live on IG on Sunday morning from her residence in New Orleans. The video's so graphic with blood all over her, I can't even show it here. The 31-year-old mother said that she was done, she was going to self-delete, told everyone her kids were already gone, and it was all Jermaine's fault. Jermaine, that's the father of her 2-year-old son and her 4-year-old daughter. He saw her post on social media and he immediately jumped up, got into his white pickup truck, and rushed over to Janae's house, located in the 3100 block of Law Street in the Florida area of the city of New Orleans. Jermaine knew he had to hurry and rescue his kids, and he couldn't wait for an ambulance. It was around 11 a.m. on Sunday, August 7th, 2022. The neighbor's camera caught footage showing the father parking his car and sprinting to the house. Jermaine smashed his way through a window and moments later emerged with his 2 babies. The 4-year-old girl was in his arms. He put his daughter in the truck, his 2-year-old baby boy, and rushed them to the hospital. When the police made it to the home, they found that Jermaine had already transported the 2 kids. Unfortunately, the 4-year-old baby girl, she did not make it. She was pronounced deceased at the hospital, and her 2-year-old brother is still in critical condition.
There's a mix of sadness and hurt with the loss of yet another young child in New Orleans. Someone left a stuffed animal and balloons on the stairs in front of a home in the 3100 block of Law Street. According to the NOPD, a woman was arrested here on Sunday for allegedly stabbing her 2 children, a 4-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son. The young girl did not survive that attack, and the children's father reportedly hurried to that scene after seeing a disturbing social media post by the mother, 31-year-old Janae Pedesclo. She said in a blood-stained shirt, quote, "My children are dead. I'm done. I'm done with life." The father, Jermaine Rogers, had to break through a front window to get the kids and rush them to the hospital. Reverend Johnny Arvey is the pastor of the Law Street Missionary Baptist Church just down the street from the mother's home.
It hurts. It's sad. You know, I feel for the children, the father, and even the mother. I really feel bad for her.
The 2-year-old boy is still alive tonight, and he is still in the hospital with serious injuries. Tonight, Erica Ferrando is following the story. It's just a heartbreaking one, and she's joining us live on Law Street where police say that attack happened. Erica, what's the latest?
That's right, Katie. The stabbings happened in the house behind me, and you can see those balloons and stuffed animals still sitting outside the front door. But according to court records, the father of those 2 children expressed concern for their safety months ago.
A devastated uncle shared these photos of his beloved 2-year-old nephew Jason and his 4-year-old niece Paris. This old photo is one he now treasures more than ever, as Paris died after the siblings' mother allegedly stabbed them. A makeshift memorial now sits outside the Law Street home where it happened around 11 Sunday morning. While Paris died at the hospital, Jason was taken to a hospital in critical condition and is recovering. NOPD arrested the children's mother, 31-year-old Janae Pedesclo, for the crime. Moments after the stabbing, a woman that appears to be Pedesclo shared a video on Instagram with blood dripping down her chest. We're not sharing the graphic video, but in it you can hear the woman say, "My children is dead. I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault." According to court records, Jermaine Roberts is the kid's father, and in April he filed a petition seeking sole custody of the 2 kids that would have allowed the mother weekend visitation rights. He claimed Pedesclo didn't let him see the children since he was in a relationship. He said in the petition, quote, "She's not stable or providing a healthy environment for the kids." He added, "The mother takes non-prescription pills, she drinks and drives under the influence." Pedesclo was set to appear in court for the custody battle in 10 days. Court records for Janae Pedesclo show a criminal history including several arrests just over a decade ago for attempted simple robbery, drug charges including using a fake prescription to get drugs, aggravated assault, and last year she faced criminal damage to property charges. And now for allegedly stabbing her children, killing one, Pedesclo faces charges of second-degree murder, attempted murder, and second-degree cruelty to a juvenile. A tragedy the children's uncle says he wishes he could have saved them from.
And Again, the children's uncle said his nephew is still in children's hospital recovering. He said he is, though, improving. For now, live in New Orleans, Erica Ferrando, Eyewitness News.
Sounds like the baby boy he's going to survive. Praying for his recovery while he's being treated at the children's hospital in New Orleans. Really quick, I want to bring your attention to the church. There's a church right next door to Janae's house. It's the Law Street Missionary Baptist Church, and while the good folks of the Law Street MBC, they're having service on Sunday, you got Janae over there just steps away doing this to her innocent kids. She's evil. The pastor, who's been there for about 26 years, he was interviewed by the local news station, expressing his deepest condolences to the family, and he especially felt sorry for Janae, the mother. That's the woman who's responsible for all of this, who got on social media and blamed Jermaine, the father. In this case, I feel sorry for those sweet little kids and their father. Jermaine was in the middle of a custody dispute with Janae. He was experiencing parental alienation. Janae not allowing him to see the kids because he was in a new relationship. He went down to the courthouse and filed the appropriate paperwork, the petition to establish custody, where he was going for custody of the kids where he would have them most of the time, and Janae will be able to see them on the weekends. The court date was coming up later this month, and she was afraid that she was going to lose the kids. Janae knew that Jermaine had enough evidence to prove that she was not the best parent for them. She's out here driving under the influence, putting the kids and others in danger, which is very dangerous. We've seen recent reports about stuff like that. She's out here popping pills, and then her jealous, angry, bitter behind, she would not let Jermaine see the kids, but she would drop the kids off and leave them over at her family members' houses. And when Jermaine tried to go to her family's house to see the kids, they wouldn't let him see them either. Her family knew what was going on, but they didn't want to report her. They knew she wasn't fit to have those kids. And then on top of that, they helped her alienate Jermaine. It was Janae who forced Jermaine to fight for custody. She wasn't being cooperative. She was attempting to lock him out of their lives. So he had to go through these steps in order to get the kids. And so she knew that she wasn't going to get her way this time. She was losing control over the kids, also losing control over Jermaine, because if he had the kids, she would no longer be able to use them as a pawn. Janae basically saw everything crumbling down and decided the best way to handle this situation is to delete the kids, because if she couldn't have them, no one was going to be able to have them. Same thing happened last year with Retta Cruz in that case. I covered that story here. Retta, the mother of two, originally from New Jersey, but she moved to Arizona with the father of her youngest daughter, and she was so upset after losing custody of the oldest daughter that she took out both of them. If you missed that story, the link will be below. Both Retta and Janae, they have the same evil, selfish, possessive spirit. You have women winning in court all the time, but whenever they lose, it's the end of the world and somebody has to die. They cannot lose, that's just their attitude. Word is Janae is going to say that she was insane. That's a possible defense here. And if she's successful and a jury found her not guilty by reason of insanity, then she will be sent to a mental hospital to be treated and then evaluated on a regular basis to determine if she's able to re-enter society. I'm hoping that that doesn't happen and this woman is found guilty and given the max. As far as capital punishment though, that's off the table for Janae because in the state of Louisiana, it would have to be first-degree murder and she was charged with second-degree. So for sure in this case, her life will be spared, although she did not spare her daughter's life. Sending my condolences to Jermaine and his whole family, praying that the baby boy makes a full recovery without any permanent damage or disabilities from this incident, and RIP to his 4-year-old precious sister. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started below. If you happen to be a member of the jury, would you acknowledge a claim of insanity in this case? Or would you find Janae guilty of all charges? If you're watching from New Orleans right now, Uptown, Mid-City, 7th Ward, 9th Ward, New Orleans East, Gentilly, Algiers, everybody in the whole city, much love to y'all. Drop New Orleans below in the comments. And remember, you can support this channel. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to like and share.